Hello, 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 Facebook family. Hello, hello. Welcome to Facebook Elevate Live, episode 17. Do we have anybody out there? I'm trying to get the lighting right here. So many shadows. Probably need that deal you have, Sean, one day. We have a couple people out there. Who we got out there? Say hello. It's the fastest 30 minutes that's out there right now. Fastest 30 minutes. Aunt Stephanie's on. Thank you, Aunt Stephanie, for getting on. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What we're gonna do, because it's already 7:01, we're gonna actually do what we always do. We're gonna start with the jokes. And what we're gonna do is start with the first one. Why do scientists trust atoms? Why don't scientists trust atoms? Anybody? My parents out there? Hello, hello. Why? Jeremy Fusler. He's... What's up, man? What's up? Man, I ain't seen you in like, I don't know, 2006, 2005. So, my Aunt Linda, it's good to see you on there. Hello. Why don't scientists trust atoms? You know, Kai has a routine now. He comes in here and he listens to the jokes and then he judges them and then he leaves. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Kai?
I don't know.
Because they make up everything.
It's funny because we're going over
They
atoms.
make up everything.
It's
See?
funny because we're going over atoms and my science.
See, that's a good one. The next one. Why don't calculus majors throw house parties? Why don't calculus majors throw house parties?
Maybe something stupid.
Because you should never drink and derive. Do you get it? You'll get that later on. He's not there yet. He's in sixth grade.
Is it about dividing?
Derivatives. So derives. All right. Why do you call a parade? I'm messing up on all these jokes, y'all. Forgive me. What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards? What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards? Who's that we saw there? Who's that? You see that? Aya?
Asia.
Asia? Hello, Asia. It's like half cut off on my side. Tamika, hello, hello. What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards? Anybody? Asia, she liked that one. Thank you, Asia. Thank you. You just got us another week of jokes. What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards? A receding hairline.
That's why the Axels lost the series.
Oh. I'm still getting over that, y'all. Still getting over that. So anyway, thank you for coming on, everybody. I really appreciate your time. We always try to start off with the jokes to lighten things up for you. We know most of you guys are out there working, hustling, getting things done. You're just getting off. Joseph Thomas Carr. Look at that. Aunt Linda liked the jokes. That's 2 weeks out of 3. I don't even know what to say about that, Joseph Thomas Carr. All right. You see, Aunt Stephanie said, no, Asia. Don't encourage him, basically what she's saying. Hey. Am I the only one that likes the jokes? And me and Asia? All right, my wife said they're good. So there you go. We're going to keep them moving. All right, so just in case you don't know me, I'm Curtis Carr. I'm the founder of E.L.E.V.A.T.E. My wife partners with me in this. I have over 30 years of experience in leadership and 15 years of training experience. Shar, which is my wife, she's a business analyst and a project manager. She's been doing that for over 10 years, and she also has her own business. So together, we have this company called E.L.E.V.A.T.E. It's a consulting company, and basically what we do is we teach people how to scale their business, We also do a lot of personal development, team development, business development, you name it. One of the things I wanted to do today, because we got some material to go over, but I wanted to do some shout outs. One, I wanted to shout out to my dad. It's his birthday this Saturday, so happy birthday, Curtis Carr Sr. Most people don't even know I'm a junior, but hey, Curtis Carr Sr., happy birthday. We won't share your age, but hey. Also, I want to shout out to a young man named Ramon. I wanted to read this because it really touched my heart, because this is why I do what I do. But there's a young man named Ramon that we hired. I hired him a long time ago. I want to say 2 years ago. And he's been working, and you don't always get to, when you're in corporate America, you don't always get to stay with these guys. So I was with him about a year, and we promoted him to an assistant, and he got his own store. So he's super happy. I congratulate him over Skype, but then I got a text from him, and this text really touched my heart, and I wanted to share this with you. So I got this text that said, "Good morning. This is Ramon. Just wanted to tell you thank you for everything you taught me. You are the reason I made it this far, and you're a really good leader. One of the best I had. Sorry it took so long to move up," which is funny you say that. "Sorry it took so long to move up, but you did say it's going to take me 2 years at least. And the 10th of last month made it 2 years. All I'm saying is thank you. I took what you taught me and ran with it." And what I really wanted to highlight, two things with this, what he said was the fact that he said he took it and ran with it, because that's what it takes. I mean, if you take the principles and you run with it, you can't help but be successful. The other thing that I really want to highlight is that he stopped and said something to me. Most people, when they get promoted, you don't hear nothing. You know, they transition, the lifestyle changes, they're in a better place in life, and they might give you a nod, they might not. He stopped and gave me a nod, and that's the kind of stuff that I really appreciate. So, hey, Jeremy, see, unemployment development and leadership development for the past almost 10 years. You gave me my first taste of leadership at Sonic. Hey, Jeremy, appreciate it, Jeremy. Appreciate it. So, I also want to shout out Kobe Bryant. This is a little outside of what we normally do, but hey, Kobe Bryant's family, he had a deal with Body Armor. A lot of y'all probably already heard about this, but he invested $6 million into Body Armor, and for his 10% stake, it sold for $8 billion to Coca-Cola. So his family is going to get $400 million. His estate will get $400 million on that investment. Couple things. Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey. Hello. It was good to see you. It was good to have you here this weekend, this past weekend. But one thing I just want to say about this, what makes me happy, is because there's a lot of people that spend every single dime they have. Now, we know he makes a lot. He's passed away. We know there's a lot of money he was making, but a lot of people will spend. We hear stories about athletes all the time blowing all their money. This is an athlete that he could have bought another yacht or a yacht. I don't even know if his family had a yacht, but needless to say, he made a good decision. He invested some money, and then he had a return on it. And a lot of times, I think we'll look at these people that are in different stratospheres and think that they did something that we can't do. We can do the same thing. We might not be investing $6 million, but can we put 10,000 away? Can we put 20,000 away? Can we put 30,000 away? When that 30,000 rolls up into 150,000, can we use that 150,000 instead of buying something that we really don't need? Can we go 150 and make some investments in that? So I just wanted to highlight those people real quick before we go. Shantae Taylor White. Hello. It's good to see you on here. Oh, look at Aunt Stephanie. Hi, Shantae. Look at Shantae get all the attention. So, really want to shout out those people. A couple housekeeping things I want to talk about today is basically, we start at 7. The website is up. You guys were looking at us. Yeah. Man, a lot of little detail stuff. I really thank my wife and the developers for really pushing to get it up and going. We were looking at a splash page before, but now it's actually up and going.
Some tweaks to make.
Yeah, we always have tweaks. I mean, the standard is it's way more than 75, but the standard is usually 75%. You get that thing up 75%, you get it rolling, you get it going. So definitely wanted to put that out there. We're a consulting agency. We're here for individual, for personal or business development. We're here for new and existing leaders. We're here for the business owners, and we're here for leaders or employers that are looking for people to come in and train their people. How do we do it? We do it with assessments and questionnaires. And this honesty is so important. So if you really want to get the results you want, be honest on those assessments, and we can help get you there. So
before you jump into the session, I said to like and share.
Please like and share. Please like and share. Please like and share. Wanted to make sure I say that as many times as possible. I'm wounded. The Astros lost in devastating fashion. I have a guy here that's a Astros hater named Kai. So he's just been drilling me. I walk into the barbershop. He was already there, and he said, "Hey, the Astros lost." Like, yeah, like I didn't know that. Yeah. So anyway, Denise Gross. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys coming on. So another thing I just want to say, how we do these sessions is that we conduct our Facebook Lives, and we're really depending on your comments. So if you hear something you like, please let us know. If you hear something you don't like, please let us know. If you have an idea or something you can add to it, please say something. But we really depend on your comments, and I love it when the comments are rolling on the screen. So very, very important. Good evening to you too, Miss Denise Gross. I got to get used to that last name. She used to be called Denise Black. That was her last name. So she's married, and Denise Gross. So what I want to do today is that we're talking about the 3 P's, what your supervisors want you to know that will increase your income. So what your supervisors want you to know that will increase your income. So this right here is really, and I want to make sure I didn't, one other thing. What'd you say? Let's get Jermichael in here. Jermichael's never here when we're recording. Jermichael, just walk, get right there in the middle of the camera. There you go. Hey, that's Jermichael. Come here, Lillian. Lillian's birthday just passed. She ain't gonna say nothing. All right. So anyway, we got a lot of people in here today. So this is probably the most we've had in a broadcast, right? So, but what I did want to do is also show you guys the shirts. And remember, we're not selling these shirts. We're giving them to people that have been really supportive. My wife designed these. And the t-shirt lady, she came up with different colors. And I'm really impressed with these shirts. So we're giving these away. I know some people already have some shirts. And these are the ones that are going out to you. There's also a green one here. The red and gold. The blue. And I've reached out to a lot of you guys. Y'all pretty much know who's getting the shirts. The Laker. I call this the Laker one. The Laker one. And another Laker one. Right? We're coming out with a pink one. The lady's going to work on a pink one. So we can see what the pink Elevate shirt. And then we're going to come out with another design. But what we do is we give these shirts to people that have been basically foundational pieces to these calls. And we really appreciate their support. So we send these shirts out to them. And what we really try to do is meet them somewhere because their posting is expensive. So we try to catch them in our journeys when we're going certain places. So so let's go back to the 3 P's of what your supervisor wants you to know that will increase your income. So of the 3 P's, the first one is, I'm just going to give you all 3 P's real quick. People, process, and pace. And I'm going to talk from a personal standpoint here, because as a supervisor, if people came in and understood that we're looking for people that understand people, process, and pace, we will pay you more. Everybody, usually complains about the amount of money they make, but at the same time, I don't know if sometimes they really think about what it'll take to increase that income. And then a lot of times, just because you don't get the increase on the current job, if you exercise this discipline of working on these 3 areas, people, process, and pace, it'll affect your income in the future. So what I wanted to do here is I'm going to start off with the first one. So the 3 P's that will increase your income is your understanding of people, process, and pace. The first P is people. So when it comes to people, I love this story. And it's usually something we do in the Elevate Church. And I never talk about the Elevate Church so much, but we go into ministries and we'll teach the leaders how to lead their ministries, because a lot of times they're newbies. They were just faithful and they got appointed to a ministry, but they don't know a lot about leadership. So we'll go in and we'll teach these leadership principles. But there's on the people one, it's just a good example. So it's really not about religion right now. It's just about this being a really good example. But there was a situation where God was telling the people that, hey, I want to make a difference. I want people to know how great I am. And what I'm going to do is lead them in a battle. And they're going to know that it was me, because they're not going to have a whole bunch of people that they can say that they did it themselves. So what he did is he went to this guy named Gideon. And the first point under people is 3 points. The first point under people is pay attention. So when you listen to this story, just think about the pay attention part. So the first point is pay attention. So the story with Gideon, what he does is he has 32,000 people at first. He says, oh, that's too many people. God tells him, oh, that's too many people. The people are going to think they did it themselves with that many people. He says, send them home. Send a good number of them home that are maybe scared or are a little timid. So they sent them home, and they were left with 10,000. So 22,000 people left, right? So now they're down to 10,000. Now this is the point that I want y'all to hear as far as on the pay attention part. So then he says, okay, with this 10,000 people, tell them to go to the river and drink some water. He says the ones that just put their head down and just start lapping like a dog, he says, send them home. But the ones that squat down, bring the water up to their face. Because what are you doing when you're squatting down like that? You're looking around, you're paying attention. Those are the people that we want to keep. So he wanted to make sure the people knew that God wanted to make sure the people knew that it was him that brought them the victory in this battle. But he still was looking for a certain type of person. And that person is a person that pays attention. So what I do is I listen, I look for the people that are asking questions that are outside their little area. People that are asking questions that let me know that they're thinking, that they're paying attention. And that story right there is really important, because I don't know if it's very few people that are like that. Ramon, from day one, he paid attention. He was always paying attention. It didn't matter if he was on doing a certain task. He was always looking to see what other people were doing. Some people call it gleaning. And that's why Ramon is where he is today. Ramon is, I wish if I brought him in here, he's like a firecracker, full of energy, full of life. He is, and he had to work the process, 2 years. So anyway, the second E under people is perform. Of course, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to do the job, right? You got to perform. But that third one is pause. The third one is pause and ask the questions that will help get you ahead. So often, especially in this era, I feel like some people feel like you got the people that are too quiet, and I guess I would fall in that category a lot of times. And then you got the people that ask questions just to be asking questions. And, we in our meetings and all meetings that you usually have, they'll say, there's no stupid question except the question not asked. I don't know where I feel on that, but I will say this. Make sure that you're asking questions and that you think about those questions and that you look around and try to learn as much as you can. Because if you ask certain questions, you're going to raise some eyebrows. If you ask certain questions, supervisors will be like, that guy is a thinker. That person right there is on point. So those people that pay attention, they perform, and they pause to ask questions, to learn things, are very, very important parts of learning about people. All right. So one thing I wanted to do is to do the second P. And what's the third P again? What is the third P again? People, processes, and pace. People, processes, and pace. And under people is pay attention, perform, and pause to ask questions. See?
What?
No, I was saying Shara's on it, boy. Shara's on it. The next one is process. So this one here, processes. This is the one that I guess this is my personal favorite. Of course, people, but processes is powerful because, and I'll start off with this guy, and his name was Admiral William McRaven. Admiral William McRaven. And I got the little story here. But Admiral William McRaven, who last served in the as the 9th Commander of the United States Special Operations Command from 2011 to 2014, he is known for Operation Neptune Spear. So some of y'all, I'm sure you're familiar with that, but that's the one where they murdered or killed Osama bin Laden, right? Admiral McRaven is a University of Texas grad. Oh man, it just happens to have a University of Texas. Just worked out that way. University of Texas grad, and he ends up being the chancellor of the University of Texas system after he retires. But he was asked to give a commencement speech. And if you Google this, you'll see all kind of information out there. But he was asked to give a commencement speech. And the speech was, if you want to change the world, first make your bed. If you want to change the world, first make your bed. And it just, I mean, it was like he said something that was like, just what? It really highlights processes. And if you're anybody, if you just think about what you do day to day, if you just think about the good habits and the bad habits you have, if you exercise those habits all the time, you know how hard they are to do and how hard they are to break. And once you start having certain habits, it's like a discipline is like a muscle. And if you keep doing those habits over and over again, you increase that muscle. And when you're talking to people and you're in leadership and you're trying to make sure, Alex said that was the best speech ever. I'm telling you, you can look it up, man. It's a powerful speech. But it says basically, if you keep developing that muscle of discipline, you can really go out and make things happen. Now, my personal opinion, and this is just me talking, I feel like we highlight the possibilities more than the process. So we'll tell our kids, we'll tell people we know, you can do anything. And then we don't teach them discipline. You can do all things. And then we don't teach them discipline. So I mean, it's so important. And he says, so if you think about it from a military aspect, what do they tell you to do? You join the military and all of a sudden they just start teaching you daily habits, right? That's what they do. And they do it systematically. So it's very, very important on the process. So the first point I got under process is learn our process first. So employers want you to learn their process first before you start telling them what they need to change. This is a personal issue I have, to be honest with you. You bring somebody in, you hire them, and then they want to tell you how to run your business. You were unemployed. You were unemployed 5 minutes ago. So to come in and tell somebody how to run their business is really disrespectful. So the first thing to do is learn their principles first, their processes first, and then, politely say, hey, I've seen some things. After if I'm you, I wait till they come to, if I'm the guy with the idea, I wait till they come to me. Let them come to me. Let them see my productivity. And then let them say, hey, what are you doing, man? And then I say, hey, this is what I've tried, right? So learn the process first. This is what employers want you to know. They want you to know people. They want you to understand processes and how important processes are. And they want you to learn theirs first. Learn the process, right? And then this is the one that I really love. Find the gray areas. Find the gray areas. That's the second point under processes. Find the gray areas. Every process has gray areas, and great success is found in the gray. What I do with a lot of my guys, I'll walk them outside and I'll tell them, especially the ones that are kind of legalistic and they're real structured. I take them outside and I say, point to everything you see that's black and white. And I'll pause. There's very few things when you walk outside that fall under black and white. Most of the colors are green, blue, brown. You see maybe black pavement, and then sometimes you'll see gray highways. But there's very few colors. You'll see some white clouds, but you'll see the blue coming from behind. So to get them to see that being so tight is going to hold you back. You have to be able to understand the gray and live in that gray, because ain't nothing perfect. It's nothing perfect, right? So, 724. And then the flip side of the process is, and this is the flip side, I would say, respect it. What we see a lot of nowadays, and remember, I got my employer hat on, is we see people changing jobs every 3 months. Really, what are you learning by changing every 3 months? So employers want you to know that if you stick with something, that will get you more money. To come in and say, hey, I've had 18 jobs and say it with pride, it lets me know that, hey, this guy can't stick with nothing. Because if you had 18 jobs and you're 23 years old, man, what did you really learn? So I would say the flip side of the process is stick with the development process. You know, I remember I was in this stage where I wanted to quit. Things were getting rough. I was tired. I was frustrated. I was being pushed. And I remember telling my supervisor, man, I don't know if this is for me, man. I don't know. And he said, well, I think you'll do well at this, but give it 2 years. And then after 2 years, make your decision. And that always stuck with me because I was going to make an emotional response based on how I was feeling that day instead of just stopping and thinking and waiting. So invest in the process for yourself because that time will mean something, especially when we look. I'm telling you, the first thing when I interview people, what was your last job? How long were you there? What happened? Okay, what was the job before that? What happened? All right, so 3 jobs in 3 months. Okay. The supervisor was bad in all 3 jobs. Okay. You know, so I'm just telling you, employers want you to know people, processes, and pace. So 726. So at the end of the day, and definitely if it's a healthy environment, you know, you're not going to find any environment that's perfect, but if it's a healthy environment, stay in there, glean, learn as much as you can. Pace, the only thing I would say about pace, Alex said an emotional response is the worst response. Marion is my best friend from Germany. Hi, Marion. Did you see Marion on? I didn't see Marion. Is Marion on?
Yeah, she just posted so true.
Hello, Marion. We got Germany. We out of the country. We big time. We did Argentina one time. You know what it's going to say? I will say, hey, we're known all over the world. You know how people stretch things. We're all over the world. All right. So thank you for getting on, Marion. You made us global. Appreciate it. So pace is the one thing I would like to say about pace is always over deliver and under promise. You know, I love when I can know. There's certain people I work with that I know that if they tell me something, I can take it to the bank. And I really, really love working with those people. And I think we talked about it before, one of the other ones, but we talked about the 4 E's, and edge was the 4th E. And that's that person that does a little bit more. And that's the person that we're looking for. So the 3 P's, people, processes, and pace. Under people, pay attention, perform, pause to ask questions because you're looking at other areas of the business. Processes, understanding how important processes are. Learn your process first before you tell us how to run the business. And then number 2, find the gray areas. Some people call it best practices. You know, in the corporate manual, it'll be best practices. Those are gray areas that you can get around some of the black and white rules. And then 3rd is pace, over deliver and under promise. So tell me what you think out there. Give me some ones or some comments, please. Please like and share. That's how we get it done. Like and share. I was going to say, what was I going to say? I was going to tell Aunt Linda, but I guess I shouldn't say it. Send us your t-shirt size, you know, but, somebody we're not going to say doesn't want a shirt. So send us your t-shirt size, please. But definitely, what's Miss Brenda say? Jock is on, man. Hey, appreciate it. I can't see the people, so I appreciate you, Jock. Jock is like James Brown, that brother working hard. So for him to find time, I really appreciate it. Really, thank you, Aunt Stephanie. Really appreciate it. So I want to go over the next few sessions. I always list the next 5, and this one here. What is the opposite of a victim? That's the next one. What is the opposite of a victim? And that's going to be the question. What is the opposite of a victim? The next one after that is dealing with disappointment. I know some of us can write books. I think I can run next to any of y'all with that one. I can have volumes. Volume 1, volume 2, dealing with disappointment. The next one after that is my chief enemy. My chief enemy. The next one, Annette is on. Man, what is going on out there? My goodness. Hi, Annette. Alex is on. Linda's on. My goodness. I might just burn up and blow up. I cannot believe. I thought that's my aunt right there. I thought that was Linda Cartwright. I'm still happy you're on, Aunt Linda. But Alex, we need to see you, man. You came to Houston. You didn't even call me. Not that I'm upset or anything, but you didn't even call me, man. You know, I live in Houston too. I'm seeing pictures. So anyway, the next one after that is In the Arena. And at the last of the 5, which we're not going to stop at 5, is cyclosclerosis. Cyclosclerosis. And that means the hardening of your attitude. So really appreciate you guys coming out. Please like and share. Please like and share. I really thank you guys. You guys just don't know how much this helps me. And that's just being true with you. When you're speaking to a group of people and you're hearing the comments, you have that interaction, and then you go the next day to work, you're sharper. You're more in tune with the beliefs that you're spouting from your mouth. So I really appreciate it. This has been very helpful for me. So thank you so much. Tamika, thank you for your comments there. And if you have some things that you want to discuss, you can always inbox us. info@wemustelevate.com. You can always inbox us there too. And even from the website, I believe you can click the website from the Facebook Live. So I thank you for your time. I know we're short on time, so I thank you for your time. You guys have a great night. Thank you.